beyond the surface, I can almost safely say that we share the same story beyond the surface. It's only different out here. I say that because I was reflecting on a phrase that all of us have heard. The greatest trick the devil ever played was made the world think that I won't call it a he or I won't call it a she. I will call it a it, that it don't exist because, and I'm referencing frequencies. You hear me? I'm referencing frequencies, I'm referencing vibrations. So anybody can be a devil. You hear me? But we all come from God, you heard? We all come from source. We all come from something beyond us. You hear me? Through all that made all that is and will ever be. In that sense, we always been here. But we've heard the greatest trick the devil ever played was made the world think it exists. But in my appearance, in my evolution, I'll say, in my growth, in my maturity, in my ability to think for myself, you know, I challenge a lot of things. I challenge the program, because if you don't challenge the program, then you part of the program. I don't care as far as religion or spirituality. I don't care what you profess to be or partake of. If you don't challenge the program, then you part of the program, and all the programs that we was programmed to. Because I'm not going to exclude myself, even though I did the work to separate myself from the program. Even the program that we was programmed to may not be correct or right and exact for you or for me, or for those who had the ability to be an independent thinker, to be a free thinker, you know, to challenge the system, you know, to challenge the programs. You hear me? I say that because it's wild out here, man. It's wild out here, and due to the internet, the Ethernet, the Ethernet, you know, it's a lot being pushed out and pushed on people. So we really gotta have a firm stance, and where we stand, how we gonna stand, and who we are as we see ourselves, not as we was taught to see ourselves. See, it's a difference. It's a difference. The identity crisis is real, and it has side effects. So we gotta be who we say we are, or otherwise you're gonna be what they told you to be. You know, there's a lot of glitching going on, and there's a lot of light switching going on, according to what suits the purpose of the agenda for the whole. And what suits the purpose for the agenda of the whole may not necessarily be suitable for you or me. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. And that's an unstable place to be in, you know, especially in the contents of energy, frequency, and vibration, as I was touching on in the beginning. You know, the greatest trick the devil ever played wasn't making the world thinking it didn't exist. Man did that. But the greatest trick that was played on mankind was to not point us to look for it, or look for a devil, or deal with the devil in ourselves. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. You hear me? So in my recognition of that, you know, in my ability to challenge the systems that we was all born into, but in order for me to challenge the systems that I was born into, I had to do just that: challenge the systems, challenge the teachings, you know, challenge the brainwashing, because that's all it been in a lot of cases. You hear me? So in a lot of cases, it has done more damage and placed more of us in bondage where it applied than it has actually allowed people to set themselves free. You hear me? So in acknowledgement of that, I deal with myself tough. And I have to. Because I know what it's like to be in the dark. I know what the dark feel like. You hear me? I've been there. So when it comes to love, light, and positivity, for myself, for my energy, for my vibration, for my frequency, and to elevate it and to raise it, you know, I do all I can to be in the spaces where I need to be. And anybody who doing that, know that when it comes to interacting with others, that you're not expected to lower your frequency just to meet somebody else on theirs. Don't expect me to lower my frequency to meet me on yours. So in that, we have to be able to choose our battles wisely. Things gonna come at us. Things gonna challenge us. And things may even attack us through people. You hear me? We're talking about energy. We're talking about frequency. We're talking about vibration. But I appreciate it because it challenged me to step my game up. And when you stepping your game up, anything that's not stepping its game up with you, as Martin say, get to stepping, you know, keep it moving. Because we ain't got nobody to blame. And those of us who doing self-work, we know that. We don't have anybody to blame. And if you're doing self-work, you no longer have to blame yourself. If you don't listen, you're going to miss it. I hope somebody caught that. What I'm saying is, we could blame the devil. We could blame Jesus. We could blame whoever we want to blame, you hear me? Or whatever we want to blame. But the correction, self-correction, is perfection. And to perfect your craft, to perfect your craft, meaning the spaceship that we in, you know, just like the spaceship that we own, to perfect your craft, you gotta perfect yourself. You know, if you don't like, and then when it comes to self-correction, when it comes to self-perfecting, we always got indicators, and the indicators will always be when you don't like what you see, when you don't like what you feel, when you don't like what you're experiencing. That's the indicator that lets you know you're on the right track. Now, the worst thing you could do is turn back. Because anytime we feel in the contrast concerning the direction that we moving, and things go to popping up at you, you know, circumstances go to happening, events go to occurring, it's to let you know you're on the right track. Because 9 times out of 10, you was moving with the flow of how things was designed for you to be, not for you, not in the recognition of the purpose of being here to design yourself how you will be. I say that to say you gotta know where you're going in order to not get lost. You hear me? And where one may be deciding to go, another may not. As I said before, in all who we involved with and what we involved with, everybody got to be doing to some degree a level of self-correcting. Otherwise, there will be a divide. There will be a separation eventually. That's why every thought, every choice, every emotion, every action matters. Feelings matter because feelings is the navigator. So take accountability for you. I don't expect nothing or no one to take accountability for me. How is that possible? Can you say I am for me without it directly referring to you? No, you can't do it. I can't say I am for you without it directly pointing back to me, because I am. So I can't say I am for you, and you can't say I am for me. You hear me? And I say that because the conscious community is not to be found on social media, family. It's to be found in you. So, as experience teach you, as experience teaches us, gain as much knowledge through your experiences about yourself as you can. You hear me? And wisdom will be birthed, because knowledge teaches us through the experiences that we have, but wisdom teaches us about ourselves through the experience. If you don't listen, you're going to miss it. So if you have the ability to see your own light, your own spirit, you will understand when I say, I am the highest thing that I could call upon. Because you can't say, I am for me, nor can I for you. And I want to leave y'all with that message, you hear me, as we climb up the mountain of ourselves. And tonight's emoji will be a mountain, you hear me? Tonight's emoji will be a mountain for the raffle this month. A mountain. So we're going to place a mountain in the comment section. And in closing, I just will say, we all get to choose what version out of all the multidimensional qualities of ourselves and all the multiverses that we exist in concerning oneself that we want to be. You hear me? Whether it's low, high, or somewhere in between. You hear me? So do all you can. Not only do all you can, but do all you can do with the experience that we've been given. You hear me? And keep going wherever you find yourself. Feel good for no reason at all. Feeling good is feeling God. You hear me? Thanks for the likes, shares, comments, new subscribers. I see y'all. Donations, love offerings, purchases, so forth and so on. You hear me? And we're going to keep moving. You hear me? We're going to keep moving. With that, stillness and abundance, love and light, health and wholeness. It's been a pleasure sharing this brief moment with y'all. My name is Saiwoo. Until we do it again, one family, love.